I started training at 18. I was going to school for criminal justice. I wanted to be a police officer. So for me, obviously being more muscular was something that I wanted to do. I grew up on a farm. Actually, when I was really young, I started working on the farm and developed a body that people assumed was built by weights, but I actually just did a lot of labor work. So I got a lot of recognition from that. So I think that alone, people always say to me, do you lift weights, or, you have a nice body. It made me, get acclimated to the looking at bodybuilding magazines and that kind of stuff. And I kind of took the step when I joined the gym my 18th birthday and, started towards what you see now.
So what was the biggest inspiration once you started to keep going?
I think progression. I think, when you see your body progress, you really kind of get more motivated. Obviously, when you have success at something, you want to further and do better at that. So for me, it was, easy progression. I grew very quickly, and I competed 6 months after I first started training, and I won a competition. So for me, it came naturally, and I had great success.
What's the average training schedule for you then, every week?
If I'm home in Las Vegas training, I usually train 5 days a week, training each body part once every 5 to 7 days, pretty much 2 hours a day in the gym. The rest of the day focusing on the meal plan, which is about 7 meals a day. I don't look at the training necessarily just as something that's in the gym. I do a lot of massage therapy. I do stretching every day. I do all sorts of, kettlebells, Pilates training, anything really to further my body into development and become the best that I can possibly be.
It was a huge update, you coming to BPI. So what made you choose BPI for a sponsorship?
You know what? It's funny because our deal's a little different from what normally you see in the industry. It's not really a sponsorship deal. We're actually in a partnership. So in collaboration, we work together in creating products that I believe in after 20 years of experience, being able to promote those products. Working under obviously the BPI brands, which has several, and now of course the launch of the Cutler Elite Series, which is going to feature 6 products at the start, and of course protein and a weight gainer in there, which I think is a necessity for anyone getting into bodybuilding, and of course trying to further their gains in bodybuilding.
Which is your favorite supplement from the BPI range?
There's a lot. Build HD is a huge product. I'm a huge creatine user. Blocks is obviously a great recovery product, and obviously the pre-workouts when you want to get going. What other better name than the Go product by EXT? That's one of the strongest pre-workouts I've ever used. I was able to be test on that product before it launched out. So all the products are great. Even the ones that necessarily I'm not featured as advertising as much. But I got to handpick the products that I endorse. And of course, now you see the Cutler Elite Series. Those will be the best of the best.
Yeah, which one will you use the most?
Legend. Legend is pretty much, that's a pre-workout. Legend is obviously something that I'm called a lot, a legend, and I think it's an ideal name. It's a little different than what you see on the market, different name, but that's going to be, I think, the big kicker in the Cutler line.
With the Cutler line aside, what's your plans for the rest of the year with competing? And
I'm locking down in Vegas. Once I get back, from touring with all the BPI brands, and locking myself in Las Vegas, and I'm going to train next 5 months for the Mr. Olympia competition, in hopes to win my 5th Mr. Olympia title. That's the ultimate goal, and that's what I predicted. So I have to stand true to what I predict, and I'm going to be standing alone come September.
What's your favorite point of being a professional bodybuilder?
I think the fan response. I think being a role model for a lot of people. That's something, when you start bodybuilding, I think I expected to be, I wanted to be something big, I wanted to be popular, but I never expected the fan response and to be someone that people look up to as a role model. So I think when I come to these expos, I realize how important my career actually is, not only for myself, but to the people following it, and how excited they are for me to be competitive, and of course give them inspiration to be at their absolute best in the gym. And that's something you can't put anything on, really, because you don't plan that in the beginning. You just, you want to be the best, you're focused on winning, but you don't really think what you're going to do to other people's lives, and I think that's been the best gift for me.
And with that said, what's your main advice for someone getting into bodybuilding?
I think, be patient. I think, it takes a long time. I've had a 21-year career so far. I progressed rather quickly, but I didn't make the Mr. Olympia title. I thought I was going to win a lot earlier than I did. I turned professional at 23. It took me 10 years later to win the Mr. Olympia title, even though I was second place when I was 27 years old. I just think progression, comes in time, and everything has patience and consistency. I think you have to stay consistent and be real. I mean, be real to yourself, and follow it as a lifestyle, not just a commitment as something as a hobby. I mean, it becomes a whole lifestyle, 24 hours a day.